Hello everyone and welcome back to Narnia Lore. So today we're taking a look at the title of the video. Where did the golden green rings come from? So, as we know, in The Magician's Nephew, Uncle Andrew tells Diggory that he had made the rings from dust recovered from the lost city of Atlantis. Now, I never really gave this statement any thought whenever I read it, but now I'm curious because now Narnia and Atlantis are connected. And no, I'm not planning any sort of Narnia and DC crossover with Aquaman. That would just be horrible, so don't expect a What If Batman Fought the Witch video. Anyway, if the dust came from Atlantis, then who recovered it? What is the significance of Atlantis? So, I did some research on the actual legend of Atlantis, and it's a Greek legend that says that a civilization grew into a utopian type of civilization, and they became very immoral, so the Greek gods destroyed them and their so-called perfect city. Now, the real Atlantis may actually still exist, it's just broken up, because science actually does suggest that the continents, the ones that we have now, were actually attached at one point to form a single unified continent, and that's why people say there was a lost continent. It's not really lost, it's just broken up. So anyway, sorry, enough of the history lesson and on to the Narnian history lesson. So Uncle Andrew tells Diggory that his godmother gave him the box, and that his godmother was one of the last people in existence to have fairy blood in them. And it is suggested in the book that fairies originated from Atlantis. Now, it's at this point that things become almost purely speculation on my part, so please just bear with me. Uncle Andrew mentions that there were two other fairies mentioned by his godmother. One was a duchess, and the other was a charwoman. Now, this is where things get interesting. When I saw the word charwoman, I thought it might have been a misprint in the particular copy of the book I was reading in. I thought it might have meant chairwoman. So, I thought this was not a mistake, so I looked in another copy and the word was still charwoman. I then Googled the word and found out that it means a woman who is employed to clean offices and houses and stuff like that, similar to a maid. But then Uncle Andrew says that the other one was a duchess. Now, call me crazy, but if there are only 3 people who have fairy blood in them in existence, I would think that it would be pretty safe to assume that they are all related in some way. So, this is my theory. The Duchess and the Charwoman are the White Witch and her sister. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but take a look at the similarities. The land of Charn sounds an awful lot like Charwoman. In fact, it is referred to as the House of Charn, so maybe the witch named it that to nag at her sister. And having fairy blood in them, that would explain their use of magic. And perhaps Charn is in fact the Atlantis that Uncle Andrew refers to. It just might have been too complicated for his godmother to explain to him at the time of other worlds and everything, and simply resorted to our own legend of Atlantis. I mean, after all, it's none of Uncle Andrew's business of what went on in the past, so why not? And besides, Uncle Andrew's godmother never specified where the other two were a duchess and a charwoman at, just says they were that. And perhaps she said duchess instead of queen because she didn't like the witch being a queen. Who knows? But this is my theory on how things went. The White Witch obviously bullied her sister all throughout their childhood, and this led to bitterness that led to the war between the witch and her sister in Charn. The witch possibly named their family the House of Charn, as I said earlier, to nag at her sister, reminding her that she was no more than a charwoman and that she'd never be anything more. Then the sister got mad and revolted, and the rest we know tells that story in The Magician's Nephew. Now, please bear in mind that this is purely my interpretation of what could have happened. I am in no way saying this is what C.S. Lewis actually intended, but I would like to end on this question, which I will hopefully answer in the next video. If the other 2 fairies are the witch and her sister, and the third one was Uncle Andrew's godmother, what happened to Uncle Andrew's godmother? Did she really die? So I'd like to end off there because I have a whole nother video. I was originally going to put it in this one, but I thought, no, that's too much. So, yeah, so let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. And do you want me to continue with this? Because I think this is pretty interesting. So, like I said, leave your comments and thoughts down below, and I will catch you all on the next episode of Narnia Lore.